Hello everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Farming Simulator 25. In the last episode, I guess I should mention, this is episode 13. In the last episode, I left you guys with a bit of a cliffhanger, because we have... why did I lose $1? Oh, right, we got a worker on the field. We have $363,999. We did have $364,000, but I have a worker cutting our field and doing our September cut. So, I left you guys with a bit of a cliffhanger because we are obviously ready to do our baling, but we sold all of our baling equipment. We don't have any of it. So we're going to take our tractor on over to the shop and we are going to go see if we have enough money to buy everything that we need. So give me a minute, guys. We'll be over at the shop and then I'm going to show you guys our new silage operation setup. All right, we are over here at the garage. So now we're going to go and take a look at my new plan. This is a very expensive endeavor, so we're going to see if we have enough money to afford all of this. But we have this guy here, the Vario Master 140, and then there's the original one. This one just allows you to do a couple other types to bale. It only adds like silage and wood chips, and then just has a little bit more customization options. So one of the things is that I wanted to do here, obviously, is I wanted to add the silage tanks, extinguisher, yes, wrap design. What's this? No, so that's going to stay the same. Ranny wrap white. Well, we have lots of Ranny wrap, so we don't need to, we can leave that empty for now. Film binding, silage tanks, beacon lights. Pretty much it's all going to stay the same. I don't think I really need to customize this much. I'm not sure if I want to like paint it like case red. You know, looks a little cooler, I think. And then we could even do like some black wheels. Look at that. That adds $1,500. Ooh, that might be a little tight. So we're just going to leave everything the same for now. We can always customize this a little bit later. But right now we are a little bit tight on the money. Were they silver before? Yeah, they were silver before. Okay, so this thing costs us $262,080. So if we go ahead, we're going to buy this guy. We need to obviously get some silage. We do have some film binding out there, some extra, and then we do have lots of wrap back at the yard. So we're going to go ahead and pick this up. Now, to use this, we need a forage wagon. So with that being said, we're going to go into forage wagons, and I want this one. This is the one that I want. So because we're going to have the silage additive tank on the other unit, we don't actually need to add it here, which is super nice. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to pick up this guy. Now, we have a couple of minor issues. We do need to be able to afford another PTO. And that costs us, I believe, how much was that? Oh, not pot. That's not what I wanted. PTO. $7,500. So we need to see if we can maybe do a couple of contracts to earn ourselves a little bit of money. But look at our new baling setup. 2 pieces of equipment. Instead of having to mow it, bale it, wrap it, transport it, we now just have to transport it over to here, and it does all the work for us. So I'm going to get this back to the yard. I'm going to set all this up so that you guys can see this operation in action. Okay, so I've got our equipment set up here at the yard. I was able to scrape together enough money to get a PTO. I actually had a couple contracts completed that I hadn't collected the money from yet. So let's go ahead and we're going to see how this thing works. We're going to watch this thing transform into a absolute bale wrapping monster. Let's take a look. It's going to push out this bunker, roll it on out. We need to refill the silage additive, we need to refill the film binding, we need to refill the wrapping, we need to refill everything. But here is the unit. It is an absolute monster. I can't wait for you guys to see how this thing works. So if I believe that the wrap goes on this side, so if I just pull up over here and I put this stuff down right here, I believe it should accept that. So let's walk around this side. Can we refill the baler from here? How do we refill the baler? Do we have to do it from in here? Refill baler. Yes, okay, perfect. So it is refilling with the wrap. It can hold quite a lot. As you can see, it can hold 20 rolls, which is fantastic. That'll take care of that skid entirely. There's still a lot more room on the other side as well. But I believe that we're pretty much good to go now. So if we just turn this thing on, boom, turn on the baler, you can see that it's got a lot of moving parts, which is pretty cool. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to grab our first load of grass, and then you guys will get to see how this thing works and how much simpler it makes my my harvesting process for silage. Okay, we have our first load of grass, 35,000 liters. Now this thing only holds 25,000, but I do have bigger plans, which is why I bought this bigger one. But if we just go ahead, reverse on up, we'll back right on into this bunker here, and we should just be able to start unloading. So if we just watch this thing fill up, we'll watch it all go in here. You can actually see there's a little animation here for the chamber. We're on the wrong bale size, so we're gonna have one that's the wrong size, unfortunately. 3,500 liters. That is tiny. I think it's supposed to be another like 2,000 liters, but yeah, you can see that. There we go. Let's see if this one is a bit better. Okay, there we go. Now we got it set up right. Now it's set at 5,500 liters, which is exactly where we want it to be. So as you guys can see, it just goes in, it makes it, it wraps it, and then it'll just roll right on out into here. Now the one thing is I wanted to see if I can pull this single one out and see if I can unwrap it now. Like if we do this, can I unwrap this? I can't until it is silage. That is a bit of an issue. But as you can see, it's just going to start stacking them up in here, and it's just going to start making us some nice round bales. And considering that the other bales were 6,000 liters, you know, we're not going to be able to move as much. I'm going to have to do some more trips, obviously selling. But I think that overall this is going to be a better system for efficiency purposes, at least. So I'm happy to say that that's working. Everything is functional, and the nice thing is now is, you know, I can drive away and I can start loading again while it just keeps on baling. So yeah, this is the new system that we're going to be rocking. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to test this thing out, and then I'll bring you guys back, I guess, once I'm finished with these fields. Okay guys, so I have gotten everything all done up and baled. We've got 50 bales. Not bad. This is a much simpler system. Obviously expensive. It's going to take pretty much almost an entire year to pay off this setup. Obviously 360 grand, that's a lot of money. I mean, that might actually take a little bit longer than a year to pay it off, but definitely a worthwhile investment because it can make all kinds of stuff, and then down the line, this thing can also make TMR bales, which is super helpful in just making it so that we can use bales for feeding our cows. And the ability that it can pretty much do everything. It can do straw bales, chaff, silage, hay, straw, TMR, all the stuff. This one can do wood chips. If we ever decide to get into that, we can make wood chip bales, which makes it easier to sell them. So yeah, there's a lot of things that we can definitely do. Now, I've got these fields pretty much all ready to go. They're all nitrogened and pH'd up. Just finishing up the last field over there right now, and then he is going to be switching from fertilizer to herbicide because unfortunately we do have some weeds growing on our field over here, and you can actually see they're actually medium weeds already. So we're going to get some herbicide over on that field, get that all done up and ready to go. After that, that's pretty much it for September. That's pretty much it for the year. So we'll actually be able to skip ahead to December, which is when we will be able to do our first canola sale. So I'm going to leave it at that. I'm going to get him set up over there. Once he's done that, we can do a little bit of a sleep, do our first canola sale, and we'll see where we're at after that. So I am going to just keep on chipping away at these things that I got going on around the farm, and I'll bring you guys back once it's December, and it looks like he's done. So I'm going to go switch over that guy to herbicide. Okay, everybody, we are at canola selling season. It is time for us to do our canola sale. we're going to sell at the farmer's market, of course. And we did actually get, as you guys can see, we're up to $44,000. We got quite a bit of money from our greenhouses, and we also did a sale of our 105 baby sheep, which got us an extra nice $21,000. So, I've already got all this stuff loaded up. We got 32,000 liters. We had a couple thousand liters left over from a little contract that we did. There were no good harvest contracts this season. They were all like really small, where I would have like walked away with maybe like 1,000 liters or something, and they didn't pay a lot either. So, not sure what went on this year. It was a bit of a weird year on the map here. A lot of our neighbors weren't really doing a lot of harvesting of things that we do. As you can see, the onion field here is gone, which is great. Hopefully they plant something a little bit better. Actually, has he planted anything? Nothing's planted here yet. Okay. So maybe there's going to be some planting going on in the spring. But yeah, so we're doing really well. Our spinnery is making us lots of fabric. We already got over 10,000 liters of fabric ready to go. So there's a lot of money over there. But yeah, so let's go ahead. We are going to sell some of our canola now, and fingers crossed it pays a little bit more than the 40,000 that I was hoping for, because we're kind of still hurting for cash. I've obviously got lots of big plans. I want to do buy some more farmland and do a little bit of expanding in places and get some more productions going. I'd love to get an oil mill going here for our canola to drastically improve our profits from our canola, obviously. But the canola itself really isn't that bad. So let's see, how much is our first sale gonna be? We're almost there. Okay, 23 plus 3. Okay, so about $26,000. That's pretty good. Let's see what we get here. It looks like we're definitely gonna hit, I think, that $40,000 mark. But let's see how we do. Things I'd like to do also is I'd like to get maybe a new tractor to replace our old green tractor, because it's been around a long time. It's getting up there on hours as well. Even look at this case, we've already got 18 hours on it, which is pretty impressive. But look at that. Okay, 17,407 plus 22. So let's see how we did. I wonder how that shows up. Does that show up as products sold? Harvest income. Okay, so we did hit our $40,000 plus our miscellaneous of like 5,000 right there. So we did get $45,000 for that. So we actually we did pretty well, and our silage should be ready to sell as well. But I'm not in a huge rush to do that. I might wait until the new year to do that. Obviously we got 90,000 in the bank. If we just wait and then do a bunch of sales, I think it's in April where we'll be able to sell our fabric, our wool, and if we sell our silage as well, then we will get a pretty good profit. I think we should be able to maybe buy some more property once we do that. So I'm just going to go ahead, park all of this equipment up. I'm actually going to probably skip ahead, do the March cut, and the March cut I'm going to bale up entirely as grass, because we don't have a lot of a grass supply left. And if I just do the March cuts, only like a single yield, it will be enough grass to last us a very long time if I just store it. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to bale up all of our grass from our March cut, which I'm about to go do, and then, yeah, actually, let's check. How's our field doing? Shouldn't be any more weeds on it. Everything looks good. Okay, perfect. Everything is fantastic. So, yeah, we're going to leave this to grow. I'm going to skip ahead. We'll see you guys all, I guess, in the new year. Oh, I guess I need to also load up some more wool here, so we'll just grab all the full pallets as well. And that brings us to the month of April. And you guys know that April is one of my favorite months because this is our big money-making month. Now, as you guys can see, I made a couple changes to the truck. Just kind of put this new system on the back. It always just kind of was annoying having to keep switching back from the truck bed and having to open the tailgate, hook up to the gooseneck to unhook it. Plus, this thing has some straps on it, so I can actually put some stuff on the back here when I don't have a trailer on here, which is super handy. But it is time to do our big old sale, and I have some big ambitious plans. We'll see if we can pull it off. Things are going to get kind of crazy around the farm here. But we've got 22,000 liters of wool that is ready to be sold today. And we actually are also going to go and grab all of our fabric. So we're going to head on over to the spinnery. We are going to load up on all of our fabric that we got, and there's a lot of it. And you know what? And the spinnery is actually still full, so we don't even have to give any of this wool to the spinnery either. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to drive on over to the spinnery, and I will see you guys over there. So we're at the spinnery now, and as you can see, there's still some pallets of wool sitting there to keep feeding this thing, and it is full. So now we just gotta try and tuck this big old trailer over here into the corner to grab up our fabric, and we're gonna see how much we've got now. There is, unable to load any more items of this size. What do you mean? Oh, you know what? I am set to material types, fabric. What? What is happening? Hold on a second. We're gonna try and unload this and reload this. Give this another shot. Alright, now we have it properly loaded up, and those pallets are floating because I accidentally grabbed one of the full pallets that was sitting over there because I had set to pick up full pallets. But we have 17,000 liters of fabric. Now that's a lot of fabric. That's going to be a lot of money. So I'm going to go ahead. Actually, we got to take a look to see where we can sell this stuff, because I think there is actually a tailor shop in town that might give us a better price for the fabric. So let me just go ahead, and we're going to pull over and stop right here real quick. If we go and look at fabric, oh, it is saying to take it to the tailor shop. Now, how much of a better price is it than the farmer's market? Considerably better. That's, you know, an extra $5,000 or so. So we're going to head on over to the tailor shop, which is in town. We're going to go sell our fabric there, and then I guess we're probably going to end up just taking our wool on over to the farmer's market after we sell off the fabric. Alright, we are at the tailor shop. Now we're going to have to do a little bit of fancy driving to see if we can get this thing in here and do a little bit of a swing like that. And, ooh, I kind of messed that up just slightly. Just do a little bit of a readjustment. And if we just kind of unstrap him back in. Oh my goodness. Okay, 217,000 plus almost a $30,000 environmental score bonus. That is a lot of money, guys. That is a lot. Oh my goodness. We made like almost $240,000, $250,000. I'm mathing. Not happening. Okay, that puts me in a much better spot than I thought we were going to be. $378,000. We may actually be able to afford our next expansion after we go sell this wool. So let's go see how much money we get for the wool over at the spinnery. I don't know why we get such good market value sometimes. We are on the proper economy mode, and it tells me the prices, but precision farming seems to give me a bit of a better price if I've done everything properly. So let's go ahead and drive on over to, oh goodness, just below the stop sign, dude. It's cool. It's all right. I'll just do the same one next time I go to a stop sign. Let's head on over to the farmer's market, and we will go sell our wool. All right, back here at the farmer's market. Let's go ahead and sell off our wool. Okay, all right. $454,000. I don't know if that's going to be enough. We might need to sell our silage, which is also ready to go. And this is also going to be a good test, because I want to see how many round bales we can fit on this trailer, because there is a round bale trailer that I can get for this truck if we need to change our setup a little bit. So if we can, let's just do a little bit of a swing here. And I'm curious to see if we can get 24 bales on here, like we could get the square bales. But obviously these bales have 500 liters less in each one, so this obviously isn't going to be as good. But I'm curious to see if we can get all of these on. And I picked up the wrong thing. Okay, let's try that again. Let's see how many bales we can fit on here. Not a lot. We could probably definitely do a little bit of a change here. What we're gonna do is we're gonna test out another trailer. We're gonna go sell off this stuff, and then I'm gonna go and lease a trailer that I'm thinking of buying, which, you know, is not a big issue. And then we'll give that trailer a try before we actually make that purchase. Alright guys, well, I thought that Haymaster was going to work for us. It does haul 20 bales, but this one here hauls 18. And if I make a couple of minor changes, it might be able to hold more. We'll have to see. But I mean, for right now, honestly, I think it's probably just fine if we just kind of keep doing it the way that we're doing it. It's not a big deal. I might see if I can add one more bale onto the back there. And actually, we might be able to do that real quick. If we just try to unstack and we come over here, we might be able to adjust our auto load to work a little bit better for this setup here. So if we go like this and we go in here, we might be able to adjust the auto load just ever so slightly. I'm thinking if we just kind of drag this back, I don't know if that broke it. It looks like it might have broken it. But let's take a look. We'll see if that made any changes. Drive on up. Just push this trailer out of the way. Don't mind me. And it does that. No. Okay. So it didn't fix our problem, but it didn't make it any worse. So we'll just go ahead. We're just going to carry on with this setup for now. Oh gosh, I'm really messing up that trailer that I rented. Hopefully they don't care about a little bit of damage. But yeah, I'm going to load up these bales, sell them off. It's going to take a little bit longer this way, but that Haymaster, we might pick one up, but unfortunately it only holds, realistically, 2 more bales than what I've got right now, so that's a little bit unfortunate, but we'll have to see how things go. After selling all of our silage, that puts us at a comfortable $546,000, which means, guys, that today is the day. We are buying this field. We're buying field 10. We can afford it. We can actually buy this field. I am so excited for this. Yeah, because like you can see 120% yields. It's a loam. This is going to be game-changing for us. And once we get this, that means that once we harvest this, our field here will be able to redo and make this all into one massive field right here. And then I'm going to redo both of our grass fields, plus add some expansion space for us over here. And then there's big plans, guys. Big plans. We'll no longer have 2 grass fields. We're just going to have 1. Our silage operation is going to die down a little bit. But between our sheep and if we can get all of this to be canola, I think that we are going to be in very good shape very quickly. So let's go ahead. We're going to pull the trigger. We're going to buy this field. Let's go ahead and do it, guys. Look at that. $439,000. It's ours. We own it. That's it. And there is currently nothing on this field. So it is pretty much ready to go. I guess the only thing that we have to figure out is we'll have to go over here. We'll have to purchase the soil information, which is going to be kind of expensive this first time around. And then we can take a look. So pH, definitely going to need to do some work there. Nitrogen's pretty bad, so we're definitely going to need to do quite a bit of work. Obviously there's no weeds on it right now. So if we go ahead, we're going to look in our calendar now. So we are in planting season. So we can harvest and plant, or we need to harvest our canola in either July or August, and we need to plant by the latest of September. So while that's kind of fresh in our minds, we need to think about what we can do. So it has to be in the month of September, something that we can plant and harvest. Now, we actually could plant oat and harvest it and still be ready to plant it all as canola in September. Is there anything else that we can plant right now that'll be ready? Sorghum will be ready. So oat and sorghum. So let's go take a look. Which one's going to be the most profitable for us in that kind of range? So if we look at sorghum, it has a peak selling point of 954. And if we look at oats, it's just over 1,000, but I think we get a little bit of a less yield, but we'll give this a shot. So let's do some oat harvesting. Obviously, oat harvesting we can do with our Massey Ferguson, so that's definitely not going to be a problem. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to get this field started planting, and then we'll see how we're at. And we still have $100,000 in the bank, which is fantastic. I'm not really sure what I want to do with that money right now, but for right now, we are going to definitely get this field ready to go, and it needs quite a bit of work. So I'm going to spend some time getting this field ready, and we'll see how it all goes. Okay guys, well, I have got this field all done and ready to go. It is planted, it is fertilized, it is limed, it's saying it needs rolling. I am not going to attempt to roll this field because it is massive. We would have to get a very large roller, and I don't think that that is in the budget for us right now. But you guys will notice that this field is quite large. It took me, I think, about 50 minutes to plant the seeds alone with the planter that we have. It took me, I think, about half an hour to probably do the liming, and another 15-20 minutes or more to do the fertilizer. I think all in all, like start to finish, getting this field done took me about 2 hours to get this field done. So I think that we definitely need to look into getting some larger equipment over the next year, because harvesting this with our little Massey is probably also going to be quite difficult as well. So I think our goal before September, or August I think it is to see if we can afford a bigger harvester. How exactly we're going to do that, I'm not entirely sure, because by August we have to be able to harvest everything, and then by September, when we have to redo our fields and combine a bunch of these fields together, that's going to be a lot of work, and I don't know if we're going to have the money for a harvester by then. We're at 83,000 right now. The Massey is probably worth about 50K now. Yeah, and we probably need at least 300,000 or more to be able to afford a decent harvester. So yeah, we definitely have some work to do around here. Other than that, everything around the farm is pretty much all ready to go. Our canola field is growing well. The sheep are doing well. The spinnery is full. Obviously, we just sold everything. I'd say we're pretty good to end off here for today. Yeah, we got our massive expansion, guys. That is incredible. I'm just in shock that we were able to afford this field. Let me know what you guys think of this field down in the comment section below. What do you guys think we're going to get as a yield out of this? We got 30,000 liters of canola out of our little field over there. I'd love to take some suggestions, or some predictions, sorry, on what you guys think we're going to get for a yield out of this. I'm thinking we're going to get probably about, I don't know, what do you guys think? Maybe 120, 130,000 liters of oats out of this field. I think that that's a pretty good guess. Let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below. But yeah, we'll see you guys all in the next episode. So if you're new, though, be sure to subscribe, hit that like button to stay tuned for all the future episodes. And next episode, we might even be trying to harvest this here field, but we'll see how things go. But until then, guys, thank you guys all so much for watching, and we'll see you guys all in the next episode.